Hey, this is Casey.
Nick. This is Chris.
James.
Bo from Harm's Way.
This is Hales from the Crypt.
Sean the Butcher on location, St. Vitus, Brooklyn, New York. I'm hanging out in the basement, pretty creepy, pretty dingy. It smells like wet socks and wet feet down here. But I couldn't be happier because I'm hanging out with some of my buddies who put out one of my favorite albums of the year. I'm telling them right now how much they have crushed the competition, releasing an album in February that is this good. I'm here with Harm's Way. What is going on? Introduce yourself to North America.
I'm Bo.
What up?
What's up, James?
I'm Chris.
Nick. I'm Casey.
Hanging out here. We are in the basement of St. Vitus, and these guys are getting ready to put on a kick-ass show. You guys are on tour right now with Vane and Ringworm. This tour is going to go all the way through the middle of March. How has the tour been for you guys so far? What can you tell me?
Tour's been pretty overwhelming, honestly. We knew the tour package was strong. We knew that we just put out a new record, so there would be a little bit of hype. But every show has been so awesome. Basically, Cleveland almost sold out. Toronto sold out. Last night in Syracuse had a nice turnout, and tonight in St. Vitus is sold out already. So everything is going really well, and we're excited for the rest of the tour.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just saw that on Twitter right before we started this interview. It said doors are sold out here at St. Vitus in Brooklyn. Man, if anybody listening to Liquid Metal has not come to St. Vitus in Brooklyn, it's becoming like the new CBGB. So I highly recommend you check this place out. All the badass shows are happening here. Gate Creeper just announced a tour that they're doing that's going to be here. Do you guys go back with any of the Vane dudes or the Ringworm dudes? You guys have a history with them?
Pretty. It's very much in passing. We've definitely seen Ringworm like a ton, just going to shows growing up as kids, so we've always kind of been a fan of their music and stuff like that. And Vane are like more recent friends that we've made, but we've also seen them a lot through fests and shows that we played kind of all over the place. So you could say it's blossoming.
That's
yeah,
cool.
For sure.
Well, it's good that you guys brought them out here. Your headlining tour, I mean, you must be stoked. Putting out, this is your 4th studio album, correct? You guys hooked up with Metal Blade Records. Shout outs to Brian Slagle. Shout outs to Vince over at Metal Blade. How did this marriage of Metal Blade and Harm's Way come to happen? What can you tell me?
Man, so it's actually a funny story, but Chris Santos, the famous chef from the show Chopped, apparently he showed our previous album, Rust, to Brian Slagle while they were hanging out in an Uber one day, going from point A to point B. Brian thought it was cool and kind of put it in the ears of people over at Metal Blade, and going further down the line, Andy with Every Time I Die, I think he was doing some A&R with them, and he kind of reached out to us and started to gauge our interest on maybe starting a relationship with Metal Blade, and we kind of took it from there.
That's really awesome. And what I've seen since the release of this album, Posthuman, out now on Metal Blade Records, I'm going to be shoving this album down everybody's throat for the next year. It is, I mean, I said it on Twitter, I'll say it again, it is a friggin' masterpiece. And everybody in the world of metal, or at least everybody who I'm following that matters on Twitter, says the exact same thing. All I've been seeing from Knock Loose, from Code Orange, from Acacia Strain, Harm's Way, Harm's Way, Harm's Way. How does it feel to have, like, the respect of your peers, like, shoving this album down people's throats? How does that make you guys feel?
I mean, it's awesome, but I guess I don't really know what to say about it. It's cool, to I don't know, just have friends that dig your band, and it's likewise, So
how does it feel? I mean, you guys have been touring. You guys have been on tour with Code Orange. I'm sure you've homies with all the Knock Loose dudes. I mean, how does it feel to like have them bigging you? I mean, I'm sure you guys all have each other's backs every time an album comes out. But I mean, Posthuman is changing the game. How does that make you feel, man?
Honestly, it's awesome. We have a lot of friends in the metal and hardcore scene, and there's a lot of awesome support, and it feels good to know that all the work, after 2 years of writing the record, all the work is paying off, and that we're proud of something that had just come out, and everything is kind of going in the direction that we had hoped it would.
Yeah, I mean, because every album you guys have put out, it's all had a certain style to it, but I feel like you guys hit the nail on the head with Posthuman. You guys linked up with Will Putney, the metal god, and that I want to get into all that. Let's get into a track right now off the brand new Harm's Way album, Posthuman. I mean, we got to go with Call My Name, because that opening riff just makes me want to break everything. This is brand new music from Harm's Way. We'll be back with the guys here on